Instagram comment. And it's going to be telling everybody that we're live.
Hey, friends.
Hi, everybody. Well, let's arrange so we could see.
Oh, this is how we usually stand, huh?
Yeah.
Like
I
this.
need to be closer because even though my contacts haven't technically changed, I feel like I can never see stuff. So let us know if you guys can hear. We have a special night planned for tonight. I'm super excited about it. Kenny, hi!
Kenny, good to see you.
I'm so excited for the first ever monthly showcase. It's a part of our live stream experience for our Thursday night live from home shows. What I had been wanting to do since the beginning of the lockdown was provide a place for artists to perform when all of the live performance venues did shut down. But since it wasn't quite safe to invite so many people over, thank you, Marissa, that, we had to postpone that as well, which was a huge bummer. We did end up doing all the shows ourselves, which was also really exhausting, but it was awesome. And we hopefully ironed out most of the technical glitches so that now we can provide a really great space for performers to do their live shows again. And tonight, to kick off our monthly showcase, we have a very special guest, an incredible artist, an incredible songwriter.
We gotta scratch down because the camera's pointing that way first.
I'll back up.
Yeah. All right. Well.
JessicaEGerhardt. I put her information in the comments and on Facebook and all of our other streaming sites. You can see her information at the bottom of your screen. Yeah, but I'm like really excited. I'm so grateful to her for coming out and being our little experiment. But I'm hoping that this is the first of many nights and that we can welcome more incredible musicians to introduce to you once a month.
Hey, John. Sorry, I didn't interrupt you. Hey, John. Hey, Anita.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm so excited to have you guys hear Jessica's music. If it's the first time, if it's not the first time, let us know where you've heard Jessica's music before. All of her stuff can be found on Spotify and Bandcamp, anywhere. She also has a Patreon. Is that how you pronounce it, right? Patreon. So
Patreon.
Patron, my favorite. So yeah, make sure to give her a follow and check out her music once the show is over. But with no further ado, we would like to welcome JessicaEGerhardt. Yay! So she is a master on the ukulele, and we're going to give her. So you have two screens over here. You have all the Facebook stuff over here, and the Instagram over here. And if you need to adjust anything, you are more than welcome. But thank you again. We're vaccinated, so hugs. We will be in our home, in the chats and in the comments. So you guys. Chat us up. We will be throwing some questions. If you have questions for Jessica, throw them in the chat or whatever you want to do. This is just like our normal Thursdays, but with another amazing artist. All right.
And this time we can actually reply in text form.
Yeah, isn't that exciting? We can actually keep up with conversations. So we'll see you a little bit before 9 to close us out and enjoy. Sit back, relax, grab a drink, cup of tea, some dinner. And we're so excited to hear your music.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to share songs. Hello, everyone.
All right.
See you guys in the chat.
Enjoy.
Bye. Bye, guys.
It feels weird saying bye-bye. It feels like my story, but
we're right here. If anything happens, let us know.
Okay, I will. Yeah, well, it's really cool to be here. And it's so weird to be, like, playing live music in a place that's not my living room or bedroom. So this is a gorgeous studio. I'm stoked. So yeah, I've got ukuleles for you tonight. I think I'm gonna start with this one. It's my fancy blue maple quilted maple Lanikai uke. And I'm gonna start with a tune from my EP that I released in 2019. My EP is called Be My Hands. And yeah, I think I'm going to start with one of the tunes from that. This one's called Aquarius. Taste of what you bear. Your sky's the sea, and my sea is the sky. While I'm flying deep, you're swimming up so high. There, you're watered down on me. I see through your cold air in the water you bear. And when you're frightened of the deep, you can go your own way, but come back one day to the water. Pour your water over me. Take it in up, drink it all. But you did not leave in a drop. Won't you let your water fall? And I can't read what's on your mind as you survey from up above. Down below, I'm feeling everything. Caught in the tide, the push and shove. Pour your water over me. I see your truth there in the water you bear. And when you think before you feel, just return to your heart. Let yourself be a part. Your water over me. I see your truth there in the water you bear. And when you think before you feel, just return to your heart. Let yourself be a part of the water, That's Aquarius. Yeah. So that one is that was one of my song I wrote like in college, after college. Yeah, summer before senior year of college, I think. I used to be really into astrology, and I like had all these Aquarius people in my life at the time, and I was also a psych major, so like I also understood like our brains look for patterns and create schemas. So I was like, well, I'm gonna look for things that these people have in common. But I'm also a big astronomy nerd, so I was like, what do I know about the constellation Aquarius? And what do I know about constellations and where they are? And I also like mythology, so that song kind of has a lot of different lyrical themes, some that are astrological, some that are astronomical. The theme, yeah, that sounds funny, like my song has astronomical themes. In any case, yeah. So that's one from then. Let's see, what else do I want to play? I've been playing a lot of new songs lately, so let me see. I think I'm gonna play one that y'all haven't heard. I brought some that I haven't memorized yet because I was like, I've got a bunch of new songs, so I was like, maybe I'll play some ones that people haven't heard yet. But if y'all have requests, if you know my music, feel free to request things. There are comments coming in. Aw, thank you all. Thanks so much. Thanks for the kind words, y'all. I'm gonna play Jillian. That's what I'm gonna play. Y'all are just like watching me make up my mind. So this next song is a song I released about a year ago, May of last year, and it is a tune that I wrote about these characters from this book called Godric by Frederick Buechner. Buechner. I think that's how you pronounce it. Ugh, butchering it possibly. Anyway, he's like a theologian and a writer of like fiction and nonfiction, but beautiful writer. And this is Godric is a really cool like novel that's sort of like a fictionalized story of Saint Godric. Yeah, so Jillian is a character in the story, and so this song is about her relationship to Godric. Saw you there on the hill. You there, ooh, my dear heart. Though you gorge on figs, you can't get your fill. You wanna be whole, ooh, but where do you start? You saw my face in the water's glass. I could see how you thirst, ooh, oh, how you thirst. I see the empty well within your heart. Are you willing to dive in head first? And the silence it calls, oh how it calls. Are you hearing it all? Hearing it all? La-di-da, la-di-da, la-di-da. La-di-da, la-di-da, la-di-da. I lay beside you in the night. You were so cold and I'm so warm. There was cold when you brought your father to mind. You were opening up, but I could see had to travel far to pray for his soul. So I shared with you a consoling sight that he made it at last to paradise, and he's waiting for you. That's Jillian. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Let's see what folks are saying. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so the song that's out, the version of Jillian that's out, is produced by my friend Mike Schneider, whose project, he has an electronic music project called Barstool Astronaut. And yeah, so the version of it has some ukulele in it, but it also has a lot of electronic production that's really cool, and it's kind of got like a trip-hop, interesting vibe. It's definitely different than how it sounds acoustically, but yeah, that's Jillian. Let's see. I think I'll play, I'm gonna have a sip right here of some wine, because, you know, playing on Merlot embargoes live stream, so. Moisten the old vocal tissues. Got a couple of songs that I've recently been putting out. And full confession here. So I had a project like 6 years ago, and I was releasing music under a different name. Feronia was the name of my band, and so I had put out an EP at that time, but then kind of through some discernment, and just feeling like I'd gone through a couple different iterations of that band, I decided to drop the moniker and just start releasing music under my own name. But I had trouble, maybe there's a way to do it, but I had trouble trying to like change all the Spotify, Apple Music things so that I could just change my band name. So I felt, I took all my music down. So I've been kind of like slowly re-releasing it, each of those songs from my first EP, under my own name. And for me, like, I think initially I wanted to perform under a band name because I felt kind of like, oh, who am I as like a musician to be like, hi, like, I'm JessicaEGerhardt, come to my show. I felt like that was like just some sort of, I felt really insecure about that. And so I was like, maybe if I like have a band, it's like, come to our thing. Like, we are a group and it's not just me. It felt really vulnerable to be like, hey, I made art and I want to invite you to come see it. And I also felt like I wanted to like siphon off certain parts of my life. But the reality was, like, all my songwriting is pretty vulnerable. Like, it's pretty personal and fairly expository. So I'm not like sharing anything that's especially like cryptic most of the time. So I guess I felt like, you know, I'm just me. I'm JessicaEGerhardt, and here's my songs. I'm just gonna put them out under my own name. So this next song I'll play is a song I wrote called Not Now, and I put that one out in March, but it has a line about jasmine blossoms, and now it's really nice to see all the jasmine blooms out, and actually made like little jasmine scented candles with little dried jasmine flowers in them that I've been selling on my Bandcamp store. So they're like handmade lyric-inspired candles. Yeah, so if you want to check them out, Bandcamp is just JessicaEGerhardt.bandcamp.com. Oh my gosh, there's comments on that screen. There's so many screens. Wow, wow, wow. Cool beans. Trip hop. I dig that. Cool. Yeah. And, oh man, what is that? La la la. Maybe I'll, oh, I saw something about paper cranes. Maybe I'll play that song too. La 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 la. Cool. All right. Yeah, feel free to message me. I may be like too overstimulated by screens to be able to like focus on all of the conversations, so forgive me if I am like a little focused on just like I'm gonna play songs and keep going. But yeah, this one's called Not Now. Oops. Walking home with you that night. Well, you walked and let me ride your bike, because my legs were tired from dancing with you. Sat beside me on the swing. The silence between us was deafening, and I looked up to the stars for an answer and prayed. What should I do? I so badly wanted to kiss you, but all I heard was not now. song, I like to say it was about a little bit of a misunderstanding between a friend and I. So that's all you need to know about that one. Sometimes I go in and out of accents you may find during this live stream. It's so awkward to talk into a camera. I'm like, I know that there are people listening and that you're here, but I'm really excited for like concerts to come back to, and as I think all of us are. But no, props to people who like frequently do live streams. Like before the pandemic, there were people who were just like live streaming all the time. I'm like, wow, people just like rocking it. All right. I think I'll play my latest release next, but my mom says, keep singing, sweet songbird. Thanks, Mom. Wow, it's just so fun to like see all these comments. I feel like people are having conversations with each other in the thread, so I'm not going to respond to most of them. Bring back the Fox Den. I'd love to. One, when that's a thing that we can do. Two, when my roommate feels like it's safe to have people in our living room again, like in large quantities. So that we will see when that can happen. I know, and we're all here though. Yeah. Fox Den, yeah, for those who don't know, so before the pandemic, I was doing a monthly acoustic living room concert series called Fridays at the Fox Den. And basically I would like host it. I would usually open the night with a song, and then it was a cool little batch of 4 or 5 other artists, and they would each play 3 songs. And at the end of the night, there were little kind of like goodie bags that you could write little notes, love notes, to the artists and drop them in their bags. And that way, like, artists, there was also a little bit of a donation, suggested donation, so artists go home with a little bit of cash and also just like really kind words about their music. Confession, another confession, I guess it's not really a confession, but I like that word because I'm Catholic. So I used to be a youth minister before I was a musician, much like Scarlett. And on retreats, we would do that a lot, where like every kid who was on our retreat would get a bag with their name on it, and we would be encouraging the teens to write kind like affirmations and prayers or nice notes to one another throughout the weekend. So every kid would go home with a bag of like kind words from their like small group leader and some of their peers and some of the adults who were part of the retreat. And I still have like a box of all these like sweet notes somewhere. So yeah, it's just like a nice thing to do. So I really miss doing those shows. And I hope to get back to doing event hosting of some kind when that is a safe thing to do. But yeah. So no need to call people out. I'm trying to read all these comments. Well, yeah. So that's the Fox Dens, or Friday at the Fox Den. And yeah, so I also have a show coming up. So since Fox Dens couldn't be happening, I kind of started up a new series during the pandemic that was sort of inspired by the last live show I played, which was a single release show for a song I wrote about my grandmother called Keep It Simple. And the first show, the single release show, was kind of like a conversation between me and another artist, just kind of going back and forth about our experiences of faith and doubt, and just questions of, around grief and joy and all kinds of things. So it was like a cool conversation / concert. And so I decided to turn that into a series. So the next one is coming up on June 4th, and that'll feature Fascinoma, my friend Alana Lynn Ramage. So highly encourage you to come to that as well. But I'm not going to play Keep It Simple right now. I'm going to play my latest single that I dropped, which is a cover of Talking Heads' This Must Be the Place. So hope you enjoy. Home is where I want to be. Pick me up and turn me round. I feel numb, born with a weak heart, so I guess I must be having fun. The less we say about it, the better. Make it up as we go along. Feet on the ground, head in the sky. It's okay, I know nothing's wrong, nothing. Hi-oh, I got plenty of time. Hi-oh, you got light in your eyes, and you were standing here beside me. I love the passing of time, never for money, always for love. Cover up and say goodnight, say goodnight. Home is where I want to be, but I guess I'm already there. I come home, she lifted up her wings. I guess that this must be the place, and I can't tell one from another. Did I find you or you find me? There was a time before we were born. If someone asks, this is where I'll be, where I'll be. Hi-oh, we drifting it out. Hi-oh, singing to my mouth. Out of all those kinds of people, you've got a face with a view. And I'm just an animal looking for a home, and share the same space for a minute or two. And you will love me till my stops. Love me till I'm dead. Eyes that light up, eyes look through you. Cover up the blank spots, hit me on the head. That song's like one of my all-time favorites, and it was really funny. My partner was showing me a some like TikTok or video or something of this girl, and it was supposed to be like basic indie babe or something, and she was like talking about listening to This Must Be the Place or something, like covering This Must Be the Place. So kind of joke that's my basic indie chick cover song, but I love it. And yeah, Talking Heads has been a part of my life probably since before I can remember it, but like since I was like at least a tween, I got into listening to them. Started with Burning Down the House, and then in college, at Reed College where I went, we would have this like end of the year Stop Making Sense dance party, and it was this thing that happened every year, like at the very end of the term. So everyone would just like look forward to finishing all their work and then blowing off steam at Stop Making Sense. And it was just like something that brought the whole like student body together, and just like it, yeah. So for me, Talking Heads like holds a deep, special place in my heart. Okay, I'm gonna switch on over to my other ukulele here. Whoop. This is my Acacia baritone ukulele, also by Lanakai. I am a sponsored Lanakai artist, so I feel like at least some sense of like I gotta plug what they make, because they be supporting me, so I be out here supporting them. But yeah, being part of Lanakai, their family has been really cool. A lot of amazing ukulele players all around the world doing cool things, so can't complain. They're great. Let's see, comments and things. La 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 la. Cool. Sounds different in my style. Yeah. Yeah, the original is like starts with like a synth bass of "This Must Be the Place," and it's like much faster paced, so I play it quite slow and acoustically. Aw, I'm glad you sang along, Taylor. La la la. Okay, so let's see here. New songs time. So I guess I could stand. Nah, could I? Nah, I think I'm just gonna sit. So if you have the comments in Instagram, you can just kind of smush them, I think. So this one, I was a part of a little songwriting group for a couple months with some songwriting friends, and each week, so we were writing a new song every week, and we had different prompts. So I'm gonna play a couple of newish songs that are inspired by some of those prompts. So this one, the prompt was self-love, and I took that theme fairly directly, and kind of wrote a song that's sort of, well, I'm just gonna play it and then I'll talk about it. So it's called She. Fargo also has a song called She. And so 2 different She songs. But yeah, it felt just full confession, because that's just the theme of the hour, I guess. I keep using that word. Probably because I need to go. It's been a long time. Anyway, but the song was super vulnerable and felt like really audacious to write. Like, who am I to write a song about like my character assets or positive attributes? That seems very, grandiose or something. But for me, like, I felt like it was sort of a kind love song to myself when I need to have like self-affirmations, because I think we all go through times where we feel less than our best, and it's also, some of the lyrics are kind of like how I ideally am when I'm at my best. So like, she takes time to rest and to breathe. I would like to be doing that more often. So so it was just kind of a little way of being kind to myself. And I hope that for all those who also identify with she pronouns, that this song resonates for them, whether you're short or tall. And if it doesn't, I encourage you to write your own song. You can call it he or she or they or any other pronoun that best refers to yourself in the third person. And write a song that just affirms who you are. And be nice to yourself. Yeah. Let's see. What shall I play? I think I'm going to play a little sad song, and then I'll close with something less sad. I have like 15 minutes. Well, I think Scarlett and Jeff are going to come back in like 5 minutes. Maybe you guys will, or not, they're not going to come back in 5 minutes, but come back in like the last 5 minutes, I believe. So, yeah, let me know in the comments like what time I should wrap. Yeah, Bree, we do need more self-love songs. Cool. All right, so so this next song is a song I wrote pretty soon after my grandmother, my paternal grandmother, passed away. So both my grandmothers have passed on now, and almost a year apart, or 2 years apart. All the time is blending, but yeah, about 2 years apart. My maternal grandmother passed away on her birthday, which was strange, on her 79th birthday, and so I wrote Keep It Simple about my grandma Barbie. And then this song I wrote about my grandma Libby, who just passed away at the very end of February. During my songwriting group, one of the prompts was, I think, like redemption. And as a Catholic, redemption makes me think of confession, reconciliation. Here we go. This theme just keeps coming up. Oy vey, Maria. Okay, they're coming in at the last 5 minutes. Okay, cool. So I have some time. But yeah, so the word reconciliation I had learned once somewhere, it comes from like the root ciliation is like cilia, which is a word for like hair, and it literally is about coming so close to someone again that you've been distanced from, that you're eyelash to eyelash. So this song is called Eyelash to Eyelash. These days it feels like even God is on hold. The nights are so long, the days are so cold, and I don't feel convinced by the things I've It's no fun and immovable loss. I feel stuck in the vineyard. I can't find the fox. Would you quit stealing all my joy, please? All I want is to feel the touch of God, to be held in His embrace, to be eyelash to eyelash, to be warmed by the light of His face. Sometimes the world can feel so cruel when you can't say goodbye to those closest to you. To think I'll see them again makes me feel like a fool. What if all we get is this life? It's not that I don't believe in a God, but I just really miss her. She feels so far off. Does she look down on all of us from above and have a big laugh or cry? All I want is to feel the touch of God, to be held in her embrace, to be eyelash to eyelash, to be warmed by the light of her face. Oh God, can you just give me a sign that your hand is holding mine? Yeah, so that one was a vulnerable one to write. Like, the grief was still pretty raw and fresh when I wrote it. But it was also cathartic, I think, to write it, because, yeah, I feel like as much as a lot of the, like, teachings of my faith around life and death and where we go when we pass on are meant to be like a comfort, they were very cerebral, but they were like totally disconnected from what I could feel. And so I was just feeling like both distanced from the person, my grandmother, who I lost, and also from God at that time. And I think just in this pandemic, it's been tough to feel, God's closeness. It's felt challenging to feel that at times. And so I don't know if that is something that other folks who do have a relationship with God have been feeling. I guess if you're an atheist, maybe it's been probably not an easy pandemic for anyone. Although I feel like some people, and even myself included, there have been a lot of really beautiful things that have come out of being being able to have a lot of time away from the kind of regularity of the world, like time to just be still, time to go for more walks. I'm an extrovert, and I learned how to be an introvert, kind of, spending more time just at home, being with myself. So some good things that have come out of it. But yeah, I guess that song is just sort of my grappling with faith and doubt and grief. And I hope that if any of you have experienced grief or doubt, that it is a comfort to you to know that You are not alone in that. Okay. I don't know if I have time for another song. Maybe I'll play like part of a song. Or something. Okay, I'm going to play part of a song. Just a verse and a chorus. Because it's actually all I've got that I feel like is finished. The rest of the song may change. This was also a songwriting prompt. I don't remember what the prompt was, but it was inspired by feeling really frustrated with comparing myself to other artists. So, yeah, that's what this song is about. It's called I Can't Be. I didn't grow up with a mom in PR. My folks were off and on food stamps and drove a used car. And it's hard to appreciate where you are when you see how far you have to go. I wasn't family friends with the folks in the biz. I didn't get to be a protege or know what that is. And they say knowing the right people gets you where you want to go. But who do I know? All I know is I can't be Phoebe Bridgers. I can't be Annie Clark. I can't be Fiona Apple. But I can write about the dark. And I can't be Billie Eyelash. I wasn't born in 2001. Though they say it's not a race, I'm looking time in the face and trying to make my mark before my days are done. So that's all you get of that song. But yeah, those are just a few examples of people I sometimes compare myself to. Alright, I guess I should be like, come back in, Scarlett and Jeff. Come talk to me and others who are here on the live stream. Thank you all for letting me share my songs. Hi.
That was so good!
Oh, cool, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
That was really fun.
Oh, thank you everyone for joining us. That was amazing. Thank you, Jessica. Again, her digital tip jar is in the comments. I pinned it in Instagram and on Facebook and all the others. So support local artists, support indie artists. That's how we can continue to make music. So follow her on Instagram, on Facebook. She's on Spotify and Bandcamp, everything. So make sure you stay in touch so you can keep up with all of her amazing music. And we'll bring someone back next month, but we will see you guys next Thursday for our regular Live from Home. We love you so much. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Thank you again, Jessica. This was amazing. It couldn't have gone better. It was so beautiful.
Aw,
and I'm
thank
so
you.
grateful to you for sharing all of the vulnerability, all of the amazing songwriting you have. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, you guys. So her songs are all like this. So
For better or worse.
we just want to bring artists and love on them and like make sure that everybody knows about how amazing they are. So that's the plan. But we love you guys again. We'll see you next week. Everybody loves you.
Oh, thanks.